Famous Richard went viral for trying to steal guns off of cops. But what his TikTok followers didn't know is that Famous Richard had deadly ties to the streets. And today we're breaking down the brutal story behind why he got shot in the head and is facing 15 years in the feds. Famous Richard is known for going viral in New York, but he actually came up in Chicago and has ties to a BD set called Buff City. And before he started making videos for social media, Famous Richard was trying to become a drill rapper in Chicago. Eventually he moved to New Jersey, but Famous Richard still dissed the ops in Chicago on tracks like Spinning Through when he rapped, "Go, I'm smoking on cess, can't forget about Neat. A lot of niggas got left in the street, we fucking them up, got 'em begging for peace. Moving silence whenever I creep. And, bitch, I'm from the rack, I be dropping the G's. Hands up, make a bitch nigga freeze. Fucking them up, putting niggas on T's." Famous Richard wasn't making a lot of noise in the rap game though, so he started doing comedy on social media instead. But Famous Richard wasn't just cracking jokes, and he started going viral by recording himself trying to steal guns from cops.
You the real police?
Yeah, I hope so.
That's a real Glock on your hip?
I hope so. But what's up? You okay?
And you hold that
No, what you want to hold up for? No.
your Glock? Cause that motherfucker excite me, okay?
Don't do that. Don't try to touch it though.
I can't touch your gun?
No.
Why not?
Stop.
Famous Richard was going all over New York and pressing cops for their guns.
That's real?
It is real, yes.
Can I hold it?
Absolutely not. Don't touch it.
Why not?
Put your hands down. Don't do that. Take 2 steps away. Do not get any closer.
I can't touch it?
Absolutely not.
It was a bad look for the police to be getting clowned like that, and eventually the NYPD put out a notice to all the cops to watch out for Famous Richard. Famous Richard had already been arrested 12 times by that point, including 3 gun charges. The cops already hated him, but then Famous Richard made the situation even worse for himself and threatened the whole police force. Famous Richard said he wasn't ducking any smoke with the cops and said he'd be strapped up if they wanted to try him.
I'm not ducking no smoke, shorty. They talking about NYPD looking for me. On King David, get up with me, shorty. On BD, get up with me. And I'ma keep that thing with me.
Then Famous Richard went on No Jumper and called out the whole NYPD again. He said that cops in New York are soft and he would never try to take a cop's gun in Chicago.
They soft as hell though, for like, you walk up, disarm one of their ass, they gonna have to call, help, they gonna have to call 762, like back up. But like in Iraq, I ain't do that shit in Chicago. I ain't gonna let motherfucker die in Chicago trying to do that, you know?
Facts, you fuck around die here trying
On
to do that.
BD, for like, you can't do that. I can't even walk on feet.
The cops wanted to put Famous Richard behind bars, and that's exactly what they did a few weeks later.
Like this, but I tell y'all, motherfuckers be playing like they crazy, bro. These motherfuckers in the U.S. is not crazy, bro. I keep telling y'all this shit, bro. These motherfuckers, hey, they wannabes, bro. They not crazy for real. They wannabes, man. I'm telling you. Because this what y'all like. Y'all like to see ignorant motherfuckers be ignorant and think it's cool. It's bogus. They ain't like that for real. They're acting. They should be comedians.
Famous Richard was standing in the middle of the street, and the cops showed up and told him to stop holding up traffic. Famous Richard didn't spend long in jail, but then the cops started clowning him in the street because he was allegedly crying in his cell when he got booked.
When I was crying in the cell, shorty.
You got caught.
Where I get caught at?
Where'd you get caught at? Bro, you got set up, bro.
By who?
You were going to do a collab and our sergeant collared you. And then you were crying that you were broke because you got your phone taken.
Oh, can't you so goof ass so far? I ain't even gonna take the pipe this time. I'm gonna let you slide. On BD, you lying though. You lying.
Famous Richard said the cops were capping about the story, but apparently the whole police force heard about it because they were all clowning him.
What's up, son? You were crying in the cells last week, right?
I was what?
You were crying in the cell.
Oh, King, who told you that?
I saw you, bro.
Man, I wasn't crying in no cell. Hey, I'm saying though, I was crying in the cell.
You were crying in the cells, my guy.
On BD, I wasn't crying in no cell. Don't stop lying on my name. Y'all got everybody on TikTok think I was really crying, folks.
Famous Richard wasn't just messing with the cops though, and he ended up getting booked on a robbery charge just a few months later. According to reports, Famous Richard got into an argument with someone who worked at a smoke shop and flashed his gun at them. The police put out a warrant on Famous Richard, and they busted him on the street while he was trying to shoot a new video. Famous Richard didn't let the arrest stop him from making new content though, and he posted the whole thing on social media. Famous Richard was going in and out of jail like crazy, and in July 2024, he got booked again for allegedly upping his strap at someone. There's a chance Famous Richard wouldn't have gotten arrested for the situation, but the cops were watching his social media pages too and arrested him after he posted a video where he was dancing with a gun that had an extended clip. Famous Richard was putting himself in dumb situations and getting booked for it, but at the same time, he took a massive loss in the streets. Famous Richard is allegedly affiliated with the BDs from Buff City and Chicago, but his older brother Lil Josh repped a GD set called Paxtown. Lil Josh was brutally killed in 2024. And rumors say that one of his own homies took him out. It's a wild story though, and it all started back in 2019. According to rumors, Lil Josh backdoored his homie Boss Block, aka D Block, in May 2019. Boss Block and Lil Josh both rep Paxtown and were always tight. But some people claim that Lil Josh took Boss Block out because they were both fighting an attempted murder case. Back in 2014, Lil Josh and Boss Block allegedly stood on the ops and hit up a dude on the 7100 block of South Cyril Avenue. The dude survived, but the case was allegedly still open when Boss Block was murdered. A lot of people thought Lil Josh snaked Boss Block, but right before he died, Lil Josh dropped the track Bio Part 2 and rapped, "Niggas wicked with the cover-ups. Threw my name in the mix over a bitch. They say I killed my friend. But all the real members know the real. We still locked in." It's not clear what really went down with Boss Block, but it allegedly sparked some wild internal beef in Paxtown, and members started killing each other like crazy. After Boss Block got murdered, another Paxtown affiliate named Nasky was shot and killed. Some sources claim that Nasky killed a Paxtown OG and ended up getting backdoored. Paxtown has some ties to NLMB, even though they're beefing right now. And Paxtown allegedly used the ops to kill one of their own members in 2022. According to rumors, a dude from Paxtown named Lil Don got killed by NLMB, but someone in Paxtown is the one who dropped his location to NLMB. Lil Josh was killed in June 2024, and rumors say J-Ski and Lil Chris were the ones who pulled the trigger.
NLMB, that's no limit. It stands for No Limit Muskegon Boys. That's the shit that that's the group that G Herbo be that G Herbo rap is, should I say? And for I know I'm sure I get somebody from Chirac in the comments that can confirm that that's who that is. But I'm a G Herbo fan, so I pretty much know who it is. But yeah, so that's who that is.
Lil Chris got hit up right after the Lil Josh murder and almost died. And then a few weeks after that, J-Ski was allegedly backdoored by other dudes in Paxtown to clap back for Lil Josh, and there were some Paxtown affiliates dissing J-Ski on IG after he died. Famous Richard had been out of Chicago for a while, but after his brother got killed, he hopped on Facebook and said he wasn't leaving the city until somebody died. Some NLMB dudes were dissing Lil Josh after he got killed, and Famous Richard started clapping back at them. Lil Josh allegedly backdoored his homie and ended up getting killed by his own crew. And what makes the situation even crazier is that Famous Richard had dropped the track Blood Spillers right before Lil Josh died and rapped, "Hey, if you got a back door, you don't know what you doing. Just cause you'll kill, don't make you a killer. It be the niggas you think gon' slide when shit hit the fan. They blood spillers. I got a cousin that killed my cousin. I'ma beat that case, then I'm getting up with him. By that crib, we finna go hunting. Can't trust a snake, they filled with venom." It's also weird because Famous Richard's brother Lil Josh was a GD, and Famous Richard reps the beatings. A lot of dudes in Chicago beef with their own family members because of gang politics. But Famous Richard always showed love to Lil Josh and wanted to get back for him. But at the same time, Famous Richard hated the GDs, and on the track BDN anthem, he rapped, "I ain't never pick up a rake, I just blew my leaves away. Bitch, I'm BD till I die. This shit in my DNA. Your mama was a BD, your dad was a BD, your grandma was a BD. So why the fuck you GD?" Famous Richard was talking crazy on social media and acting like nobody could touch him, and that's how he almost ended up dying from a headshot. NLMB has a lot of shooters in Chicago, but Famous Richard ended up getting shot in New York after a fake Instagram page set him up. It's not clear exactly how it went down, but Famous Richard allegedly got set up by a woman on IG.
At that time, they was trying to say that that whole thing was like a little, like basically a way to go viral, you know what I'm saying? Get some views and shit.
And got ambushed by a shooter. Famous Richard had been putting a huge target on his back with all the dissing.
Somebody he was running, he tried to jump a gate. That's how he got tipped in the head or some shit like that. It was that shit. I remember that shit.
But getting shot in the head still didn't make him switch up how he was moving. Instead of staying out of the way and recovering, Famous Richard hopped straight back on social media after the shooting. He didn't have to stay in the hospital very long because it was just a graze. And Famous Richard dissed the ops again when he got released. A rapper from New York named Gino Rax aired Famous Richard out and said he ratted about the shooting situation. Then Gino Rax shared some DMs where he was going back and forth with Famous Richard on IG. According to Famous Richard, he hit his head on something and nobody actually grazed him with a bullet. Famous Richard had already told everyone he got shot right after it went down though, and there was a police report about the shooting. Getting head tapped is bad enough, but that was just the beginning of Famous Richard's downfall. Just a few weeks after he got shot in the head,
Right. That's what happened. Right. That somebody said he tried to run, jumped the gate, got tipped. But he went on social media and said, "Oh nah, that ain't what happened. Niggas ain't shot me." That then he went back on and said, "Yeah, that's what happened." Yeah, who is it?
Sophia,
What's wrong?
can I put Timberland?
For what?
Because his was brown as talent.
Yeah.
Feds booked Famous Richard for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. According to the report, back in July 2024, the cops raided Famous Richard's crib and found a loaded Beretta M9 with a scratched-off serial number and an extended magazine. It was the same case that Famous Richard had already been booked for and bonded out on, but at first it was a state case and then the feds took over. Now he's facing 15 years in prison and a $250K fine if he gets convicted. After the feds booked Famous Richard, someone used his IG page and asked for someone to get him a federal lawyer. And according to Famous Richard, he's being abused by the guards while they're holding him in jail. He claimed that he was assaulted by a guard and said, "Please help me. This is a cry out for help." Famous Richard also said they're denying his visits and he can't even meet with his public defender. Apparently, Famous Richard can't even afford to pay a lawyer, and he dissed everyone for not supporting him after he got booked. Famous Richard was begging everyone for money and said he needed to get a pardon from Donald Trump. Famous Richard even drug NBA YoungBoy into the drama and started throwing dirt on his name. Famous Richard said YoungBoy definitely snitched in his own Fed case and even claimed that YoungBoy is the reason that Lil Durk got booked for allegedly ordering a hit on Quando Rondo.
NBA YoungBoy telling this his third time. NBA telling this his third time getting released from the feds within 4 years on all new charges on King David. You can't do 10 months off a 23-month sentence. What the fuck? My first offer was 5 years for a pipe that the police put on me. Dude, most definitely 12. But that's definitely not how you spell definitely. Anyway, is it? He got me questioning. Get the fuck out of here. He probably read smart like that.
This isn't the first time that Famous Richard had dissed YoungBoy and his homies though. While he was still
Defiantly.
free, Famous
His
Richard
ass
took the
up outta
disrespect to a crazy level and started the Quando Rondo challenge to clown Quando for losing his cousin Lil Pop. Famous Richard also dropped a diss track on Quando and raps, "I'm from the rack, I bleed different, I'll give your ass the belt. Harry Potter with the switch, I tap it once and watch you melt. You can't even come outside, you might as well barbecue yourself. You just lost your hood respect. Your bitch ass cried in front of 12. Famous Richard blew up for making comedy videos, but at the same time, he was running all over New York committing real crimes. He even pressed random civilians who were trying to eat, and one time, Famous Richard beat up an innocent 18-year-old on camera just to get some more clout. And what makes the situation even worse for Famous Richard now is that all the cops hate him. He ran around New York clowning them all over social media and dissed them on tracks like On the Run when he rapped, "I'm on the run, but ain't running. Screaming free me, I ain't even do nothing. I ain't going back to jail, trying to do me like Thugger. And if I get caught, let me out by the summer. Fuck the police, put a pig right under. I can skip state, but I'm staying for the summer." Famous Richard was going viral for a while, but he got famous for dissing and trying to take guns from cops. And now, he doesn't have anyone supporting him at all. If he had blown up in the rap game, he might have gotten more love from his fans, but most people just saw his comedy videos. Fighting a Fed case with a public defender is gonna be tough, and it's looking like Famous Richard is cooked.
You did all that. Hey, bro, you need to be broke for real. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. They be broke for real, bro. Oh my God, bro. You did all that. Bro, you know what the crazy thing about it is? A motherfucker talk. Now don't get me wrong. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it at that. Right? 100,000 is money. Don't get me wrong. That's money, bro. Don't get me wrong. If you can, especially if you can keep a consistent 100,000, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got you. I mean, yeah, it ain't a lot. You know what I'm saying? But excuse me, I ain't even supposed to say that just yet. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, cause they ain't making my statement. Yeah, so yeah, that's a, you know, you got a good little piece of change. You know what I'm saying? You ain't broke. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing about it is, people will talk to you like 100,000 is everything. Bro, do you know how fast I can spend $100,000, my nigga? A motherfucker will talk to you, right? Knowing that this person that they talking about got this, they had this same 100,000 for 5, 6 years, 6, 17. Bro, that's no money, bro. It's no, what I'm getting at to try to tell you, Phil, what the hell you talking about? What you getting at? That's no money for real, bro. $100,000 is no money for real. I can spend that shit in less than 2 days, literally. I spent 15,000 in less than a few months, and that was just me trying not to spend it. So this is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you, bro. This is what I'm telling you. This shit is no money. It's no money. Yes, is it a piece of little something? Yes, no doubt. That's a piece. Like I said, especially if you can keep it consistently at a 98, 100,000. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But, bro, that's no, bro. Even damn near, and this is just me, you know, my thoughts. Even damn near $1 million in today's economy, bro, it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think, bro. Yeah, this is a lot of money, bro. $1 million. Now we talking about $1 million. 100,000. We passed that. We already got that out of the way, right? $1 million's like, damn, that's a lot of money, right? But you gotta think, right? It's same as 100,000. I can buy a few things. I can make a few purchases with this $1 million. But if the purchases that I made is not adding up to me getting another $1 million, it ain't helping me, because now I just spent $1 million. You get what I'm saying? So when you look at today's time, bro, you gotta at least be going for like 10 mil right now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta at least be going for 10 mil right now. At least. You know what I'm saying? To say you got money, bro, you gotta at least have about 10 mil, bro. That's just real shit. I'm not even bullshit. To me. You know what I'm saying? To others, they be like, man, Phil, what the hell you talking about? Boy, you tripping. Not to me, because I understand what the fuck is going on in front of me. You get what I mean? I understand what the fuck I'm seeing the value of shit is. You understand what I'm saying to you? A value of $100,000 equals a Hellcat. Right now, if I look around and see motherfuckers talk y'all ass off, motherfuckers will talk their asshole off to you and have you thinking they know what they talking about. I can go get me a Hellcat right now for $20,000, $30,000. But a motherfucker will pay $70,000 to $90,000 for a Hellcat. It's 2025, my guy. They'll pay $100,000. You still got motherfuckers still paying damn near $95,000, $98,000 for a Hellcat. We ain't talking about a demon. We ain't talking about a demon 170. We not talking about a jailbreak. We not talking about none of those. We not talking about a super stock. We not talking about. See, y'all don't even know about that. All y'all know is Hellcat. All y'all know is Hellcat and probably Demon. And, of course, Trackhawk. And, of course, TRX. You know what I'm saying? See, but y'all let motherfuckers talk y'all asshole off, knowing that these motherfuckers not even knowing they be talking, they following waves, bro. These motherfuckers ain't really no car enthusiasts. These motherfuckers be following waves, bro. That's all this shit about, is following the wave. Fuck all that. I ain't following no. I'm trying to follow the source. I'm trying to follow the real. I'm trying to follow where it's coming from. I want to know who putting this shit out. Fuck about following the motherfucker who 10 million people down the line already. Man, fuck all that. They ain't gonna get me nowhere. Cause he don't know shit. He done listened to 10 million different motherfuckers. He just going off what he heard. He talking out his asshole. I'm just saying, bro. This how I look at this shit. You understand what I'm telling you? This is how I imagine and I image this shit. I ain't with that goofing off, bro. I ain't with that shit. And I ain't with that motherfucker having the motherfucker make me feel bad because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Nah, bro. Nah, I ain't with it. I done let that happen too many times. I let motherfucker play on knowledge too many times, bro. I take knowledge very seriously. I ain't playing with no knowledge, bro. Fuck no. Boy. You ain't finna tell me, oh yeah, now I know it's a motherfucking goddamn big ass rattlesnake. I know it's a motherfucking big ass viper snake up in there. Nah, stick your hand in that hole, man. I seen the snake go in. Me and him, me and you, and the girl right there looking at the snake go in the hole. But y'all steady telling me, no, ain't no snake in there, man. Stick your hand in, man. I'm telling you. Man, get the fuck out of here. You crazy as hell. So, I say that to say, bro, know to understand that the shit that you seeing on this bullshit ass television that you watching with these reality stars, these bullshit ass movies that they keep producing that they coming up with, cause it's bullshit now. This shit ain't even being produced the way it used to be produced anymore. This shit is pure garbage. You understand what I'm telling you? These developers of all this bullshit that's fucking tainted. They got to kiss ass and suck dick because if they don't, they're gonna be fucked in life because they done tied themselves into some shit that they ain't supposed to be tying themselves into. You understand what I'm telling you? This shit is not a game, bro. And you thinking that a motherfucker, a quick $10,000 and a quick motherfucking $100,000 is something? It's nothing, my guy. This shit is nothing. Trust. Yeah, it's something when you get it. Cause it's there, it's fair. You, oh damn, bro, what the fuck? God damn, what the fuck? Shit's happening out of nowhere. But what you gonna do with it? This is what I mean by when I say this. What the fuck is you gonna do to make more of it? Cause I'm not trying to get it and spend it and spend it and spend it. Having the motherfucker tell me, oh yeah, boy, hey, goddamn, oh I love you. I'm always gonna be here. I'm a da. No. Cause guess what? Soon as that last motherfucker ain't gonna wait till you get the $500. Huh? Boy, only your mama or your daddy gonna be there when you get the $500, boy. Your granny and your gramps and shit, nigga. Boy, your auntie and your uncle might not even be there. You get that 500. Shit gets spicy. I'm telling you, this shit gets spicy, bro.